Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're doing something a little different. We're going to deconstruct the anatomy of a single, profound spiritual hypnosis session. It's a deep inner journey taken by two individuals, Christophe and Vincent, and we're going to unpack its hidden structure, its wild symbolism, and the incredible transformations that are said to be possible. And you'll want to stick around because we'll cap this all off with an original piece of music born directly from the energy of the session itself.
This is it. This is the big question at the very heart of the journey we're about to explore. I mean, think about that for a second. The idea that this kind of deep internal work isn't just about self-discovery, but about a complete and total rebuild of who you are. So how on earth does something like that even begin?
Well, every deep journey needs a starting point, a point of departure. And this one doesn't begin with some chaotic plunge. No, it starts with a very deliberate, very structured process to get the mind and body ready for a descent into a much deeper state of consciousness.
Now, this is way more than just take a few deep breaths to relax. This is a three-step ritual. It's intentional. The first breath is all about clearing the mental clutter, creating a clean slate. The second breath is about calling in support. Whatever that means to you, you're not going alone. And that third breath, that's the crucial one. It sets the entire frequency for the experience. You're filling the space you just cleared with love. It's like a combination lock on a gateway, deliberately shifting focus from the outside world to the inner landscape.
Okay, so the gateway is open. The descent begins. What does this inner world actually look like? You might be picturing, I don't know, a peaceful meadow or a quiet beach. But what appears first is something totally unexpected, something industrial. It's a mine.
The imagery is so specific, right? You've got rails, wagons, deep, dark tunnels. There's even this sense that it could be on another planet, like Mars, or deep under the sea. But this isn't some random nightmare. The source interprets this as a really powerful symbol for a character trait, a gritty, laborious work ethic. It represents a willingness to dig deep, to do the hard work, and not need an easy, comfortable path to get to the truth.
And here's where it gets really profound. This idea of impregnation. Just think about it for a second. A coal miner doesn't just visit the mine, they come out changed. They carry the dust, the scent of the deep earth with them. It's in their skin, their lungs. The source is saying these inner journeys do the exact same thing. They leave a tangible residue, an imprint that actually changes your very frequency. You don't just observe the journey, you become part of it.
So, if the journey is just a pretext, what's it a pretext for? This is key. The source makes it crystal clear that the goal isn't just sightseeing in your subconscious. The weird visions of mines and being on Mars, they're just the vehicle. They're the plot of the movie. But the point of the movie, the real destination, is a deep and lasting personal transformation. So let's get to that main event. This is where the symbolism takes a hard turn. We shift away from that industrial, gritty labor and move into the realm of sacred architecture and even a kind of spiritual alchemy. This is where the real reengineering starts to happen.
The journey goes deeper and deeper into what's described as a symbolic inner temple. And right there, at the very foundation of this temple, lies this single point of absolute density. It's this potent, seed-like object, and it's described as being like a tiny, miniaturized philosopher stone. This is the core component, the central hard drive, that is about to get a major upgrade.
And this upgrade, it's this incredible multi-stage process. First, the stone detaches and travels down to the Earth's core, like a ship docking at a space station for repairs. Then comes the reinformation. Its old outer shell is totally dismantled, so its core can be recalibrated, retuned to a whole new frequency. After that, a new, stronger protective shell is built around it, and it travels back. And this is the amazing part. As it returns to its place, it illuminates the entire inner temple from the foundation up, transforming its very structure.
So what does it even mean for this temple to become crystalline? It sounds a bit abstract, I know. But according to the source, this isn't just a pretty visual. It describes a whole new state of being, one that is way more sensitive and receptive to subtle information, to signals you couldn't perceive before. Think of it as a fundamental upgrade to your entire system of perception.
And this transformation isn't just locked away in some symbolic temple. It radiates outward. It reinforms the entire body. The analogy is just beautiful. The body becomes like an incandescent lamp, glowing with an inner light. It strengthens your entire energetic foundation from the inside out. Okay, so that's a whole lot of mind-bending, inner-world re-engineering. But what's the practical effect? What's the real-world result of all this? Well, the source suggests it's nothing less than a fundamental shift in how you perceive reality itself.
This before and after analogy just paints the clearest picture. Before, perception is like you're in a pitch-black room. The only way you know what's around you is by physically touching it, by bumping into things. But after this upgrade, it's like a whole new sense has been activated. A kind of spiritual sonar that lets you perceive your world through energetic echoes and resonance. And this new sonar, it isn't just passive. It's an active system. You send out a signal, and the information you get back is an echo, a resonance bouncing off that central crystal that you connected with earlier. It's like you've installed a direct, high-speed data line to a core source of information, completely changing the very nature of what we call intuition.
This brings us to one of the most fascinating parts of the whole process. What happens after the journey is over? When you come back to normal, waking consciousness, the way the experience is processed is really specific and honestly a little strange.
This quote from Vincent just perfectly captures the paradox. He knows, absolutely knows, that something hugely significant just happened. He can feel it in his bones. He feels shaken to his core. And yet, the conscious mind, the part that holds on to the pictures and the storyline, it's got nothing. The details are gone.
And this, for me, is maybe the most radical idea in this whole thing. The transformation does not require your conscious understanding or your memory. It completely bypasses the intellect. The source says the process is done. The upgrade is installed, whether you can remember it or not. Your conscious, thinking mind was basically just a bystander, a spectator at its own transformation.
So, in the end, this session gives us this powerful, incredible metaphor for deep internal change. It asks us to imagine our inner world as a real place, with a real architecture that can be dismantled, upgraded, and rebuilt. Which leaves us with that huge question. If our inner world has a structure, what parts of our own inner landscapes are just waiting for us to begin that journey of rebuilding? And now, to really tap into the feeling of that question, we're going to listen to the musical composition that was directly inspired by this session. But before we play that, if you enjoyed this explainer, if anything in it resonated with you, please click that thumbs up button and leave a comment to share your thoughts. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss our next journey, and if you were touched by what you heard, maybe share this with someone you know. Sometimes just one new idea can make all the difference. Thanks for joining us. Let's listen.
No road, just a breath to begin. I dive through the dark, let the surface dim. Not a dream of peace, not a garden so sweet. It's a mind deep below where the soul does the work. Tunnels of silence, echoes of old, carrying the weight of the stories I've told. But I'm not here for answers, I'm here for the shift. A recalibration, a frequency gift.
I don't need to see it, I don't need to know. I just feel the change in my bones down below. Something's being rebuilt deep in the core. Trust the process, I'm ready for more.
Oh, I'm the seed in the ground. Oh, I'm the pulse of the sound. I descend to the center, I break and I bend to reconnect with the earth's ancient stem. I'm reprogrammed, I'm reborn. My temple's now crystal, my body's a torch, and I rise with a sonar, alive from within. The old me is gone, the real me begins. It deeper, the shell must fall, so the heart of the seed can rejoin the all. No more protection, no filter, no wall, just pure resonance with the planet's core call. I'm reinformed, I'm retuned, I'm reset by a frequency older than death or regret. And the shell rebuilds stronger, clear, bright, a new kind of structure, a beacon of light.
I don't need to name it, I don't need to trace. I just feel the echo, the new kind of grace. The temple is glowing, the circuits are light. I'm not just surviving, I'm finally alive.
Oh, I'm the seed in the ground. Oh, I'm the pulse of the sound. I descend to the center, I break and I bend to reconnect with the earth's ancient stem. I'm reprogrammed, I'm reborn. My temple's now crystal, my body's a torch, and I rise with the sonar, alive from within. The old me is gone, the real
but something in my being has shifted deep inside. No story, no vision, no plot, no grace.